Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing today? I am Star-Lord New Thor 7, your planetary defense commander, and I wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for saving THORNEWS again. So it looks like we'll be in business for probably at least another month. And that's good news because we are into hurricane season, and it's about to get very, very interesting. Now, before I even worry about any trolls, haters, or naysayers, I gotta remind you, I was looking at all my videos from exactly 1 year ago today. And I was saying, hey guys, due to the pattern, what I'm seeing in the Pacific over by the tip of Mexico, and by what is going on by China, Japan, the flooding, and them getting hit by hurricane after hurricane, that was when I made my prediction that the United States of America would get hit by 2 or more hurricanes. And before this season started, I made the same prediction. And now they have been saying that the Atlantic is cooler than last year. And we have been being saved by a dust shield coming off of Africa. But knowing we got no eclipse coming up in 6 days, I want to remind you guys that it is about to get crazy. Because if that dust shield lifts, the Gulf of Mexico, Texas, is in deep shit. Okay? And I was saying the same stuff last year, and not many people listened. But we have almost all the signals that we had last year. And except for the fact that one difference is that since last hurricane season, the Hawaiian Islands volcano has erupted and has put out 700 acres worth of lava. The Mexico Popocatépetl volcano has erupted. Guatemala's Fuego volcano has erupted. The Galapagos Islands volcano has erupted, which I'm thinking would make some of the temperatures hotter. And then on Friday, we've had the Russian Karmsky volcano erupt on the Ring of Fire. And then in Indonesia, you just had the 6.9 earthquake. So the weather situation is weird, getting weirder. Like, look at this giant cloud rain system that is headed for Japan. It is a major situation. And so when we look at, where did I put it? This was like the pattern I was looking at last year, going, as Earth rotates its seasons in the middle of August, this pattern is going to shift into the Atlantic. And the edited video that I'm working on, it takes me forever because I'm a perfectionist, I'll show you that last year I said the same thing, like when this pattern shifts to the Atlantic, it is going to be go time. And that last year we had 3 hurricanes in the Atlantic almost overnight. So it was like the season was dead, and then all of a sudden it was bam Harvey, bam Irma, bam Maria, and I forgot the 4th one. So yeah, like, it is time to be paying attention. For like the first time in forever, I went out with 2 friends, and when I told them, yeah dude, I'm worried about Houston and the hurricanes, they almost laughed in my face. So I can give the information, I can't make people take it. But I want to know that my most trusted source in all of weather, a guy I go to for ideas, insight, and information, crankywxguy, I'll link his blog for you in the information box. He's already talking about, okay, yeah, it is weirder than weird. We have oddball mid-Atlantic feature, which I've mentioned. The jet weirding part 2, a very unusual pattern, and out of character strange changes aloft. So there's a ton of weird shit going on. I highly recommend. He does daily blogs where he breaks down everything. So I highly recommend checking him out. But we're all in agreement that, yeah, dude, it's about to get interesting. And you got that eclipse, and it's a solar eclipse. So the sun light is going to be blocked out from Earth for a percentage of time, which will change the atmosphere one way or the other. And if I want to drive this point home to where no dipshit out there should be able to contend with how weird it is. Here you go. This is mean sea level pressure. The white is high pressure. The blue is low pressure. And the yellow is the weak shit in between. So this is weird, man. Like, look at, I don't know what's going on. I know a lot of people like to claim they know everything, but that is not THORNEWS. I believe it's a dash of grand solar minimum, with a dash of geoengineering, with a dash of earthquakes, with a dash of volcanoes, a dash of the sun. Hell, might even be aliens. Things are so damn weird. But Asia, like Japan's had some horrific flooding. Thailand has had some horrific flooding. Korea, I think, is okay. The Philippines, China, India. So, you know, last year got crazy at the end of August. And so we are about 2 weeks away from the craziness. So I just want everybody to be ready. Like, there's no reason for us to be quote unquote alarmed or super hyper aware at the exact moment. And they're even saying that, you know, the East Coast rain deluge is about to stop. That I don't totally agree with. And I don't think they're technically saying that either. But let's see what we got here. But yeah, so, and then, oh yeah, let's check on for our Hawaii people. I did mention a month ago, I bet we could see a hurricane hit Hawaii. Just because I'm awesome. And it's my imagination, though. Anyway, so the thing is powerful. Right now we have both models, the European and the GFS, that show the hurricane strafing Hawaii. And remember, Hawaii getting hit is an extremely rare event. Now, it's never happened before, but it's pretty rare. Now the models are differentiating and how big or fast it's going to be. But if you're in Hawaii, definitely prepare, because you guys are definitely going to get some rain and some wind. In my theory, when I predicted that the volcano would erupt, it's because they got 50 inches of rain in one day. I was like, man, it sounds like Mother Nature's trying to cool down the area. So if she's hitting it with hurricanes to cool it down, then we may be seeing more activity from the volcano in the future. And the Ring of Fire has just been lit up. And not only that, it looks like Mother Nature's going to be possibly sending multiple hurricanes towards Hawaii. Hawaii's over here. And so we're going to watch this. This is the GFS. It's not official forecast. All right. So, and then look at the two. They keep talking about the Fujiwara, where the two are going to become one, which at times can be romantic. But with hurricanes, I don't know if there's a lot of romance. But there, in this model, they show them lining up, coming together, and then dying. Although the model from last night had a second hurricane passing right over Hawaii. So just overall, the situation is weird and definitely needs to be watched. Especially if you're in Hawaii, I would prepare for impact, just because it's better to prepare and have it not happen than to not prepare and have it happen. And what else we got? We got a lot. Like I said, they're saying no rain, but I don't know, the next few days, the map shows wetness almost everywhere. It shows the East Coast getting wet again in about 24 hours. So I would plan on rain for the or the East Coast, and the storms I talked about were as bad as I mentioned. They have a possible dam failure in Virginia, though it looks much better now. But if they continue to get more rain, the entire East Coast is so saturated. So if Mother Nature continues to sogify the ground up and down the East Coast, and then they get hit with a hurricane, that would be very bad. And then we got this weird ass thing in the mid-Atlantic that Cranky was mentioning. It's sitting and spinning, man. It's like on a sit and spin. It's just sitting in the middle of the Atlantic, spinning like it's nobody's business. And that don't make no damn sense. And that's really weird. And just look at when the water vapor loops break out. Remember, about a week ago, with the volcano here erupt, the West Coast has been on fire. And literally, like, they've got 107 fires going all along the West Coast in almost all the states in the West. So it is a wild time. It's a very challenging time. I'm going to ask you guys a favor, because we know we are in the divide and conquer era. I'm going to ask you not to be so reactionary, because it doesn't matter what side you're on, and I'm in the middle. They're trying to trigger us, and they're trying to get us to get upset or angry or mad off any information. So I would take any information that comes out with a grain of salt and then give it a week or two to see if it actually verifies. And I wouldn't trust anything based off anybody's word. Okay? They're literally trying to keep us as distracted from the real situation as possible, because they're dicks. Don't worry, they're not going to win. There are good people out there. And it's weird. I'm more optimistic now than I was a year ago. So, I think we still got a rough 2 months ahead of us. And we may not get hit by hurricanes. Under no situation am I guaranteeing we're going to get hit. But I'm still saying my prediction has been for the United States of America to get hit by 2 hurricanes or more. And I'm sticking with it. The only thing that has kept it so quiet so far is Africa keeps rolling on with a ton of dust towards us every day. And if that shield breaks or there's a hole in it, it is Hurricane City. And my guesses are for Texas. I got a funny feeling we're going to get hit. So I'm guessing Texas watch. Florida, you always need to be on watch just because your giant dongle sticks out and is almost like a blocker. And then the East Coast. Sorry, people. Mother Nature has been picking on you for a year. We saw 4 or 5 nor'easters in a month, and we've just seen weird activity where the pressure seems to blow up right around the coast. So I wouldn't be, and especially by Massachusetts or higher. For whatever reason, Mother Nature's been picking on you. So this is probably the most important hurricane season for you kids to be aware. And like I said, if that whole ground is saturated, and then you get hit by a hurricane, it's going to be a problem, bro. It's going to be a problem. THORNEWS tell you this. Yeah, I do. So, man, so it was like, I bust my ass all month. And then I have my end of the month, new month fundraiser, where I then super bust my ass. And so like as soon as I made rent, and thank you guys so much, because I do love making videos and helping save the world, I crashed and then slept and just crashed. But now I am awake and back at it. Wow, look at that giant question mark at the top of the world that's just blowing up. So I've been sleeping, but I have been working in and out in between on edited videos that show you, it breaks down everything. But yeah, it's going to get wild and it's going to get weird and it's going to get wackier. And the good people are going to get better and the crappy people are going to be bigger shitheads. And as my good pal Zoe pointed out, the evil people don't know how to change their ways. So they just double down on whatever the hell they do. So expect the nemesis in your life to kind of go crazier and get worse, as the good guys start to win. And by that, I mean work together, come together, and shrug off the media bullshit that stands to divide and conquer us with every single thing they can find. Because we're all God's children. We're all Americans. And we are all in this together. Whether you like it or not. It's true. So once again, recommend Cranky's blog. But this video is basically just a reminder that, it is hurricane season. And I still think we got about 2 weeks before it gets crazy. And it might not get crazy at all. But like I'm saying, the only thing that's really saving us right now is wind shear, dust shield. And they say that the Atlantic temps are cooler, but the Gulf temps are not. The Gulf temps are on fire. So everybody needs to be prepared, have a plan for you, your family, and your pets and friends. And just stay aware, because rapid intensification is on the table. You may wake up one morning and there may be a hurricane nobody talked about. And I think the chances of that are low, but like I'm saying, I think it only took Harvey like 2 days to intensify from nothing to Cat 4. So, I don't know. If you're one of those people who's like, it's not that weird. Then THORNEWS is not the place for you, bro. Definitely not the place for you. But the one saving grace, one thing that I have gotten wrong is that the sun, I thought the sun would wake back up again in July. It has not done that. It has stayed pretty sun-spotless towards us in this record solar minimum. And I agree with a lot of the proponents of the grand solar minimum, but I just don't think one theory covers everything, because Mother Nature and the sun and the solar system is a very dynamic process. Why aren't you loading faster? Anyway, so there's your sun. Let me do one of these. All right. And then on top of that, all the planets are on the same side of the sun. People are like, what are you talking about? Well, then let me show you. Found a good place finally. Got a few bookmarks. Yes, I do. I think I have too many. Probably have to manage them. Boom. Astrology. If that word freaks you out, then you better go. Technically here, all I'm doing is going to show you the planets. So here's the sun, and then here's all the planets. And so notice how they're all on the same side of the sun. So do planetary alignments matter? Yes. Yes, they do. So what effect does it have specifically on the sun and earth weather? I don't know. But it's just another reason to stay aware, stay cool, and be cool. We got to be cool and then you stay cool. That's how it works. But, like I said, even though this has been the worst year of my life, bar none, I have more hope than I did a year ago. And I'm definitely way stronger, way better, and even handsomer than I was then. I know that sounds impossible, but it's true. So, I love you guys, and I super appreciate you. And man, what a wild journey it's been on. You know, it's been crazy. Yeah, I'm not getting cocky, but I am, like last year, I was like, hey guys, we're going to get hit by multiple hurricanes. And then at the time, I had to deal with everybody saying, fearmonger, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And then I was totally right. So, we got a lot of the same signals from last year. A lot of the exact same things that made me make the most accurate prediction out of anyone in the world I know are on the table. So I'm not fear-mongering, I'm just saying, we haven't made a lot of improvements since last year, and we've seen a lot of weather tear shit up. So now it's time to put your thinking caps on and think, you know what? Maybe we can deal with all this dumbass political stuff in October, because it's about to get cray-cray. And check out Cranky's blog, and then give me a hug on the astral plane. And I thank you guys so much, and I will get to editing videos. I do plan to add more space videos, because I need a break from talking about weather all the time, because it is kind of doomy and gloomy and frustrating. And space is just fun, because it's almost like imaginary, you know? Okay, you guys are cool, and I appreciate you, and I love you, and God bless everyone. Let's live long and prosper together, and stay cool.